Hey guys, we are back with Physics Fundas with me, Physics Wala. Today we are going to discuss about branches of physics. One can easily study the nature, but when it comes, you may have to draw a line for certain regions. For example, you may have observed water itself behaves different, vapor behaves differently, ice behaves differently. All of these are the different forms of a certain set of atoms combined together, correct? But they are acting differently in different situations. So there is that's why we need to be a branching of physics. And there are some certain branches of physics which are very common branches that one can say that first one is mechanics. Now what is in mechanics? The study of object and its nature with and without the reasons is called mechanics. I'm repeating myself. If there is an object, whether it is stationary or it is moving, we don't bother about it. Why it is stationary, whether it is feeling sleepy, this person is running, correct? So why that particular phenomenon has been there, and that particular branch, any certain object, we are not talking about a particular person only, any certain object, that particular branch will be considered as a mechanics. Then one can say that a thermodynamics. You may have observed that the water gets boiled earlier with compared to the oil. Why it has been there? What are the characteristics of those particular two objects? And the detailed study of that particular objects are going to be considered as a thermodynamics. Even earlier we have discussed why ice, vapor and water, all the three forms act differently. That extensive study will falls in a thermodynamics. Then one can say that there is a branch called optics. The behavior of a light. The behavior of light has been extensively discussed within optics. There are also some branches of this particular subjects or these particular branches, but the original or the main leading branch is going to be considered as a optics. So optics deals with a study of light. Light have a dual nature. At certain times it behaves as a wave, at certain times it behaves as a ray, as far as our theories are concerned. So what are their behavior, how they will react, that extensive study will be considered, will be included in optics only. Then one can say that electricity and magnetism. Well, magnetism itself pertains a different branch, but electricity and magnetism both are simultaneous. Both depends on each other. If there is electricity, there, there can be magnetism. If there is magnetism, there can be electricity. So both are depending on each other. So one can say that they are approaching each other. So then they should be included in a one separate branch. There can be a separate branches within that, but the leading branch is going to be electricity and magnetism. Then one can easily switch over to another branch. That particular branch can be considered as atomic physics. Atom itself, how will it behave, will be considered as a atomic physics. Then one can easily switch over to the branch something called nuclear physics. Atom contains three particles: neutron, proton, and electron. Electrons are going to be revolved, if one can say that. If it is an atom, it is its nucleus and it is its orbit. Electrons are within orbit, protons and neutrons are within the nucleus. So atomic physics contains all these three, and its orbitals also. While the nuclear physics contains only this much portion. Correct? Then there is an emerging branch. I should not use the word emerging, but it is pretty well famous branch. One must say that. That is nothing but astronomy. Most of the young people are fascinated. Those who love physics, most of the young people are fascinated with this particular branch, and that particular branch is nothing but astrophysics or astronomy. Astrophysics, sorry for the spelling mistakes. Astrophysics and astronomy, both these are different subjects. One can say that astronomy is a leading branch and astrophysics is its part. So I must remove that astrophysics, and we will like to be with astronomy only. Astronomy, what is astronomy? Astronomy is a subject which deals with the celestial bodies and their behavior. What do we mean by celestial bodies? Earth and beyond Earth. One can say that Sun is there, eight planets are there, galaxies are there, black holes are there, some certain white dwarfs are there. How they behave and how they are going to act. That particular branch, complete branch, is nothing but astronomy. So thank you very much, guys. It was a very brief overview of the branches of physics. You may fall in love. Keep watching. Thank you very much.